Good evening and welcome to the University of Toronto in Toronto, Ontario for continuing coverage of FINA Water Polo Men's World League semifinal round-robin action. Tonight, it's Greece versus Canada. It should be a good one, although Greece heavily favored given the tough time that Canada's had so far in this tournament. Jason Davidson here with you. So glad to see you tonight on Rogers Television. And we're going to go right upstairs. And as I was saying, George Gross Jr. and Peter Lohaus, Greece, heavy favorite tonight.
Yes, they are, Jason. Thanks very much, and welcome to Peter Lohaus, himself a former national team player and also coach at the University of Toronto. There are two groups playing in the semifinal World Water Polo League right now, one in Toronto and one in New York. And why don't we take a look at the standings here in Toronto? Okay, we see that Greece is on top with Serbia, and it looks really, really muddled.
It does through the middle. Greece here with a win is going to clinch first place in this group. Canada is looking for some respect, looking to fight through and get respect and get a win in that column there. And
an exciting game between Germany and Spain led to this logjam.
Yeah, Germany upset Spain with a 10-9, and now we don't know who's going to end up going through.
And in the USA, you see the lineup that Italy is on top, Hungary next, and very, very interesting game between USA and Croatia.
Yeah, USA defeated Croatia and to narrow the gap in there, so it's made a logjam in that group as well.
And a lot of that might be due to the fact that coach Ratko Rudic was with the USA for the last 4 years and has gone back to Croatia, and maybe there was a little bit of an incentive for the USA team.
Yeah, I think there's no love lost there. I think the Croats are very happy to have Ratko back, but I think the Americans are looking to make a statement and sit down and say, you know what, we're good on our own.
And tonight we have Canada and Greece. It's going to be a very, very difficult match for the Canadians, but they hope to build on some of the effort they've had earlier in the tournament. And now let's go back down to Jason at poolside.
George, Peter, thank you very much. The player introductions are underway, so the action is just about to begin. But before we get on to tonight's game, let's have a look at the broadcast schedule here on Rogers Television for the balance of the tournament. Next telecast is Serbia-Montenegro versus Spain, Thursday, July the 21st at 9 p.m. And of course, the repeat times are Friday, July the 22nd at midnight, 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. But before we get to that game, we got Greece and Canada. That's coming up right after the break on Rogers Television.
Welcome to the University of Toronto in Toronto, Canada, as we prepare to see the game between Canada and Greece at the World Water Polo League semifinals. Looking at tonight's lineups, we have first Greece, and there are some lineup changes for the Greeks with their backup goalie Nikolaos Deligiannis coming in, and also a player who's not played in the tournament yet, number 11, Marios Hatzikyriakakis. And Peter, who are the key players looking for on Greece?
I think you have to look out for the Aphrodakis brothers, Christos and Georgios, number 7 and number 9. They're leading the team with 14 and 9 goals respectively.
And for Canada, Alexander Thibault makes his first start in goal as Nick Youngblood is unavailable as he's best man at a friend's wedding today. And what is it about Canada that's going to be very critical in this game?
Well, Vladimir Kostic is missing. He's injured, and he's out through this tournament and through the World Championship. So that's a void missing at the center forward position. Nathaniel Miller at center forward will be number 12.
Alessandro Campagna, originally from Italy, played on the national team for Italy, coaching Greece here and bringing a different style. And the Greeks getting ready for their pregame cheer there. They are ready to go. And the Canadian coach, Dragan Jovanovic, here from Serbia/Yugoslavia, and has been the assistant coach, Peter, for Canada for several years, and now just took over as head coach.
That's right. He replaced John Chicos within the past year or so. Been doing a great job with a young team.
And Hector Valcarce from Argentina will be one of the two refs for tonight's game. Brings a lot of experience up from Argentina and the great neutrality of not having a team that's competing at this level. And the other referee for tonight's game will be Jose Werner from Brazil. So we have an all South American referee brigade tonight. Jose Werner on the far side of the pool, signaling play to get ready to start. And we'll be underway shortly for Canada versus Greece. And the whistle goes and they're off for the swim-off. Canada playing in the white hats to our left, Greece in the blue hats to our right, and Noah Miller wins the swim-off for Canada, who will go to the attack. Aaron Feltham from Ottawa, moving up the pool with the ball slowly. To the left wing to Nathaniel Miller, one of the veterans of the Canadian team, which is in a rebuilding phase right now. Filed, gets ready for the free throw. Looking to try to get the ball to the center forward position to Dan Stein. Aaron Feltham turns his defender, Hatzi Kyriakis. Heading for the net. To Kevin Graham, who passes on the wing and drives to the net. Noah Miller with the ball. On the far right wing, Dan Stein fighting for position in the center forward position. Kevin Graham fouled. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Looks to put the ball in the hole. The shot clock winds down and Greece will go to the counterattack.
Canadians are going to have to bring in their offense in a more balanced way to offer more success.
Down the left wing, Toscas for Greece. Setting up. Up top, Matsis to the right side. Hatzi Teodoru. Fakes once, fakes twice. Looking to go to the hole, he does. And Nathaniel Miller grabs and pulls back to center forward Manthos Vulgarakis and is excluded for 20 seconds. Greece will go to the power play. Aphrodakis to the right wing and tossing it out of bounds on a big mistake. Manolis Milanakis from Greece. Canada gets its power play back. They're even strength now with the Greeks. Alex Thibault making his first start in the goal, looking to outlet the ball and does so. Ian Lark from Vancouver. Up on the left wing to Aaron Feltham. Feltham looks around, marked by Hatzi Teodoru. To Lark. Watched closely by Milanakis. Fouled. Lark looking to the center, can't get it there. Goes to Feltham on the left side. 5 seconds on the clock. Feltham with a bad pass, picked off by number 8, Yorgos Toscas, who sprints down the pool with Ian Lark in hot pursuit. Toscas pulls out to the left wing, waiting for his teammates to catch up. Goes back up the pool to Christos Aphrodakis, one of the 2 Aphrodakis brothers. Foul on the perimeter, Matsis. Up top to Hatzi Teodoru. To Christos Aphrodakis, marked by Noah Miller. Long shot, easy save for Alex Thibault in the Canadian net. And Thibault gets himself into the game right away.
Great job by Alex, staying nice and balanced. Nice, easy save to start, get some confidence going.
Outlet pass to Aaron Feltham on the left wing. Into the middle to Dan Stein. Dan Stein a long way from the center forward position. Has to get down there to set up. Kevin Graham goes cross pool to Aaron Feltham. Left side, Ian Lark. Looks to go to the hole, can't. Fakes once, fakes twice, going in, shoots! And a save by Nikolaos Deligiannis.
Lark took the easy way out by going short side, didn't skip it, didn't make the goalie work too hard.
Greece down the right side, that's Demetrios Matsis with the ball, looking for the cross pool pass, makes it. Hatzi Teodoru, fouled by Ian Lark. Passes right to Matsis. Foul by Kevin Mitchell, Canada's leading scorer. Hatzi Teodoru fakes once. Over to Matsis, goes to the hole. Offensive foul against the center forward, who has lost his hat. Obviously been pulled off in one of his exchanges coming down the pool. Dan Stein doing a good job defending there. Aaron Feltham up the left side of the pool with the ball. Dan Stein again a long way from the center forward position. Gets teammate Ian Lark to go in. Stein fouled. Looks to pass the ball to Aaron Feltham. Nice play by Milanakis. Tried to kick it with his foot, but couldn't get it quite by Feltham. Feltham looking to the hole. Can't get it there. Lark being held. 7 seconds on the clock. Lefty Kevin Graham, a 19-year-old rookie on the team. Right side to Noah Miller, who just dumps the ball in order for his team to come back and not be caught in a counterattack position. Greece, Toscas. Back up the pool, Christos Aphrodakis. Hatzi Teodoru. Right side to Milanakis. Into the center. Nice crash by Ian Lark to come back and steal the ball. Canada goes to the attack. Alex Thibault looking for the outlet.
Once again, Canada's got to get their offense a little bit deeper. They got to get Stein up the pool so they can set a center forward. They can't afford to have him checking hole.
Feltham deliberate with the ball. Waiting for Stein. Elects not to go to him even though Stein had position. Lark. Fakes once, goes to Kevin Graham. Back to Lark. To Graham, looks at the net, looking for Stein. Gets fouled by Aphrodakis. A lot of fighting in the hole between Stein and Milanakis. Right side, Noel Miller fakes 3, 4, 5 times. Shoots cross cage. Nice save by Delegianis. But better still for Canada, a corner throw, and they will get a new 35-second shot clock with which to attack.
A nice high percentage shot from Noah. Getting a new 35, that's another possession, which is a positive thing on offense.
Ball will be taken out by Jose Werner, the referee from Brazil. And finally, they will look for the missing cap from Mantos Vulgarakis. Jose Werner sees they found it. And Canada, pretty good start to the game so far. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. They've gone over half a quarter, and it's 0-0.
Yeah, they're playing a little bit tentatively on offense, but it's good control. When they have the ball, they can't get scored on.
New shot clock. Aaron Feltham gets the ball stolen on a nice play by Milanakis going around him. Feltham then fouled him, and Greece goes to the attack. Down the right side goes Toscas. They got a counterattack. Matsis is alone, unprotected. And now Dan Stein catches up. He is laboring in there after going end to end to end to end. Matsis looking for the center. Goes up top to Hatzi Teodoru. Right side to Milanakis. Back to Hatzi Teodoru. Faking several times, looking at the net. Goes to Milanakis. Into the center. Nice crash by Noah Miller to steal the ball away. And Dan Stein quickly heads for the bench to get substituted.
Smart move on his part, and looking to be a team player there, taking himself out.
Thibault waiting for the substitute. Center for Jean Seye, who has the ball. The big lefty from Saint-Foy, Quebec, scored a beautiful goal against Serbia. Feltham turns around, but shot clock running down. He throws the ball back up the pool. Greece goes to the attack. Milanakis to Hatzi Teodoru. Up top to Toscas. Aphrodakis. Fouled by Graham. Looks at the net. Long lob and scores! Christos Aphrodakis, one of the leading scorers for the Greek team, his 15th goal of the World League, puts Greece up 1-0.
Here you see on the replay, he comes up. Thibault, using only his legs, is off his line, a little bit too far out. The lob nicely placed right in the corner. Once again, comes up. Keeper bites on it. Lob shot goes in. Well placed.
For our viewers, even though that occurred after Christos Aphrodakis had been fouled, in water polo, if you are outside 7 meters from the goal and you get fouled, you do have the option to pick up the ball and shoot right away. You're not allowed to fake or delay, but if you shoot right away, you can take a direct shot, much as a direct kick in soccer. And that's exactly what Aphrodakis did to give Greece the early lead. Miller up top to Lark. Fouled by Aphrodakis. Nathaniel Miller back in the game, setting the center forward position, fighting hard with Anastasios Skitsas. Thomas Marks to Lark. Pressed by Agiris Theodoropoulos. And here goes Noah Miller, faking, looking at the net. Goes to the Miller. Shot! Nice save by Delegianis. Nice play. Noah Miller going to Nathaniel Miller, coming off the post. Nathaniel Miller already with one major. Noah Miller. Check closely. Goes up top to Lark. Left side to Thomas Marks. Fouled by Aphrodakis. Miller fighting for position in the hole against Skitsas. Noah Miller gets the ball. Going in, looking for Nathaniel Miller. Goes up top to Lark. Also looking to put it the hole. Can't. Back to Noah Miller. To Lark. Into the hole. And Miller loses the ball on a nice defensive play. Anastasios Skitsas coming around and flipping the ball back to his goalie, Nikolaos Deligianis, who outlets the ball up the pool to Christos Afrodakis. Looking over the situation. Goes to the middle of the pool. Stefano Santa in the game for Greece. Back to Afrodakis, to Santa. Into captain Afrodakis, and he scores! Georgios Afrodakis, brother of Christos, gives Greece a 2-0 lead with 1 minute left in the opening quarter.
Canada's been doing a great job helping back to the center forward, to the center defender, but that time they left Noel Miller all by himself. Shot, and you can see that given the opportunity, the Greek center forward put the ball into the net.
Well, the two brothers, Georgios and Christoph, get Greece to a 2-0 lead. A minute to go in the opening quarter. Georgios, the captain of the Greek team, that was his 10th goal in the league. Ian Lark looks it over. Left side to Thomas Marks, also from Vancouver. There are 6 Vancouver players on this Canadian contingent. Ian Lark fouled by Afrodakis. Christos. Thomas Marks. Back up top to Lark. To the right side to Noah Miller. Faking several times. Gets it to Nathaniel Miller in the hole. Fouled from behind by Skitsas. Miller to Marks. Tried to go cross pool. Deflected away. Lark, the long shot, knocked down by Skitsas, who takes control and hands it back to his goalie Deligianis, and Greece goes to the attack. 20 seconds in the quarter. 1 attack left for the Greeks. Skitsas to the wing. Hatzikyriakakis, first time in the game, rookie for the Greeks. Long shot deflected out of bounds by Kevin Mitchell. 6 seconds to go in the opening quarter. The Greeks will have one more opportunity. Lob pass across the net, easily stolen by Ian Lark, who had excellent position. The quarter will end with Greece leading Canada 2-0. And Peter, your thoughts on the opening quarter?
Greece came out, the better team, controlled the tempo of the game, and went about it everything in a workmanlike way. The Canadians are doing all right. They need to come back. They need to come back on defense harder.
With Greece leading 2-0 over Canada, we'll go to the break and we'll be back for the second quarter in World Water Polo League semifinal action. Back to the University of Toronto, where Greece is leading Canada 2-0 after the opening quarter of action here at the University of Toronto pool. And Peter Alojas, what's Canada got to do to get back in this game?
Defensively, they've got to be solid. If they're playing a crashing defense, people are crashing back to the center forward to help. Need to be there. On offense, they need to move their entire offense up. They got to get a center forward up close to the net, and they've got to bring everybody up and then have some movement up in there.
They're obviously missing their star center forward, Vladimir Kosic, and that's obviously making a difference in the game for the Canadians.
Undoubtedly. They've got Nathaniel Miller going up there, but it's still not the same thing.
Hector Valcarce looking over play, signaling they're ready. And away we go. Second quarter action. Greece 2 playing in the blue hats. Canada 0 in the whites. And on the swim off, the Greek player, number 11, Marios Hatzikyriakakis, knocks the ball out of bounds, even though he got there first, and Canada will go to the attack. Aaron Feltham from Ottawa. Thomas Marks to the side. Noah Miller, captain of the team, goes cross pool to Feltham. To the wing, Thomas Marks, back to Feltham. Thomas Marks up top, 10 seconds on the clock, gives it to Feltham, has a chance to shoot. Shoots, and it's deflected out of bounds by Hatzi Kyriakakis, number 11 for Greece. But Canada will go back to the attack.
A good opportunity there. Feltham stepped in, took the shot when it was his turn to take it.
Corner throw for Canada. 35 seconds on their shot clock. Noah Miller. Up pool to Thomas Marks. Miller. Nathaniel Miller struggling against Anastasios Skitsas in the hole to try to get position. Marks pressed hard by Santa. Feltham. Cross pool to Noah Miller. Walking in. Down the wing. Jean Sayé, the lefty. Struggling, gets the ball up pool to Noah Miller, who's being pressed into the lane rope. Up pool to Thomas Marks, who turns on Hatzi Kyriakakis, and the clock is going to wind down on the shot clock. And Hatzi Kyriakakis comes across and steals the ball, and Greece will go to the attack. Number 10, Stefanos Santa, 3 goals in the league so far. Skitsas, fouled by Nathaniel Miller. Santa, Skitsas, and Hector Valcarce excludes Thomas Marks from Canada for checking Georgios Aphrodakis too hard. Greece on the power play. Hatzi Kyriakakis to Santa, to the left wing to Theodoropoulos. Up top, Hatzi Kyriakakis. Faking a Santa, goes for Bright and the post, and Skitsas converts from in close on a great pass from number 7, Christos Aphrodakis, and Greece goes up 3-0, 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Great ball movement, great pass from Aphrodakis into the post to Skitsas. Great finish. Here's the fake. Ball goes to the outside. Pass, pass. Perfect spot for the shot. Goaltender has no chance on that.
It's another one of those bunny shots you were talking about, Peter. Explain that to the viewers.
Well, in water polo, we call them bunnies because if you shoot by the goalie's ears, that's one of the weak spots when they come firing out with their hands up. The goalie can't make the adjustment to make the save around their ears. So if you're going around their ears, it's called bunnies.
Ian Lark will take Canada to the attack. Aaron Feltham. Marked closely by Hatzi Theodorou. Lark fouled hard by Matsis. Takes the ball and goes to Feltham. Back to Lark. Major battle with Dan Stein, who actually had position on Skitsas for a split second, but they couldn't get him the ball. Noah Miller. Pressed by Matsis. Miller up top to Lark. Lark looking at the net. Fakes. Goes to Noah Miller. Long cross pass. Deflected to the side by Delegianis. He's got to sprint there to get it before it goes out of bounds, and he gets there. Greece to the attack. Santa. Skitsas on the left side, fouled by Kevin Mitchell from Vancouver. Canada's leading scorer in the World League. Santa. Down the wing. Hatzi Theodorou, back to Santa. Marked by Dan Stein, and they get into a little physical confrontation. Skitsas. Santa. Faking. Skitsas. And an offensive foul against number 12, Mantos Bulgarakis, called by Hector Valcarce, who then kicks Bulgarakis out. Canada goes to the power play. Dragan Jovanovic, the coach of the Canadian team, electing not to call timeout. Ian Lark goes up. 15 seconds left in the power play. Jean Sayé, the lefty from Saint Foy, faking hard. Up top to Noah Miller. To Lark. Back to Sayé. Takes it down the wing to Miller. The penalty is over. Lark. Holding on to it to Miller. Shoots. Scores! Noah Miller! Taking the bunny shot and beating Delegianis over his head, and the score. Greece 3, Canada 1 with 4 minutes and 49 seconds left.
Here's the power play. Here comes Miller on the shot. Just goes through up around bunnies again. The goalkeeper just too late getting his hands together to make the block. Once again, the pass across. Hard fake. Through the blocks, through the goalie. Nice shot.
Canada getting back into this match in the second quarter, trailing 3-1. Wholesale substitutions by the teams. Noah Miller, the captain of the team, with his first goal tonight. And 8th of the World Water Polo League. Greece. Hatzi Teodoru to Skitsas. Foul by Nathaniel Miller. And Hector Valcarce is going to exclude Ian Yallart. Quick pass and score! Number 6, Agiros Theodoropoulos gets Greece on the board and restores the 3-goal lead, 4-1.
One of the best times to try to score a goal on the power play is immediately when it happens, and that's what the Greeks did here. Kick out happens, quick pass shot, goal. A lot of the times that'll work. Again, quick pass shot, goalkeeper Thibault not ready for it.
Looked like defenseman Kevin Graham kind of got caught out of position or got caught taking his time moving into position.
Yeah, he wasn't there to help his goalkeeper.
Feltham looking around for help. Goes up top to Marks. Pressed hard by Matsis. Goes to Noah Miller. The Greeks drop back against Nathaniel Miller in the center forward position. Miller up top to Marks. Back to Miller. Down the wing, Kevin Graham. The rookie lefty from Regina puts it in the hole. But too many Greek defenders crashing, and Captain Yorgos Aphrodakis takes the ball back to his goalie Delegianis, who outlets it immediately up the right wing to Hatzi Teodoru, marked by Kevin Mitchell. Into the middle, Theodoropoulos, Skitsas, fouled by Nathaniel Miller. Down the wing to Santa, into the hole to Aphrodakis. Gets in, lobs, and hits the post. Nice move by Aphrodakis to get position and tried to lob to the other side and just caught the inside of the post. Canada to the counterattack. Ball outletted to Miller, going up the pool. They have an advantage, 6-on-5. Miller driving to the net. Stands up, shoots, hits the post. Rebound to Canada. New shot clock. 35 seconds with which to work. Thomas Marks. Up top to Kevin Mitchell. Miller. Noah gets the ball, faking again. Back to Mitchell. To Miller. To Mitchell. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Miller. Shot scores! Noah Miller. Hesitating and then shooting by the block of Hatzi Teodoru, beating Delegianis, and Canada back to 4-2.
The block here misses, and they get the goalie leaning the wrong way. Great shot by Noah Miller. Good high percentage shot. That's what you need to beat the goalie.
And that's Miller's second goal of the match, single-handedly keeping Canada close. Noah Miller also from Regina. Teammate Kevin Graham. Theodoropoulos to Skitsas. To the right side. Hatzi Teodoru. To the wing to Santa. And Hector Valcarce of Argentina calls an offensive foul again on center forward Aphrodakis. Canada to the counterattack. Nathaniel Miller sprinting up the pool. He needs to pass to somebody. Down the wing, Aaron Feltham. They got an open man in front, Thomas Marks, but they don't get him the ball. Nathaniel Miller from Dollard des Ormeaux goes to Graham. Fouled by Matsis. To the left side, Feltham. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Feltham looking to shoot. Fakes, puts it in the hole. Miller out to Mitchell, but time runs out on the shot clock. Greece will go to the attack.
Greece playing very well on defense. The Canadians are being patient, getting opportunities. Got to make the most of them.
Hatzi Teodoru on the right wing. Foul by Feltham. And Valcarce turns the ball over because Hatzi Teodoru put his hand on the lane rope, which he's not allowed to do, putting himself out of play. Canada to the counterattack. Nathaniel Miller on the left wing. Looks over the situation, moves it back up to Feltham. Miller will go to the hole. Set the center forward position. Mitchell, marked by Santa. 9 seconds on the clock, gets it into Miller. Working in the hole hard and draws the exclusion. Canada to the power play. They're 2-on-1 in front of the net. And Dragan Jovanovic of Canada calls timeout, even though his team had a 2-on-1 in front of the net.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the best one. He had a great opportunity there, but I think his rationale there was because Miller was dead tired in there. He's working his butt off, and he's needed a little bit of a break. So I think this is more of a breather type of thing to regroup the team.
Well, Jovanovic obviously deciding he wanted to get fresh troops in. They're jumping in. What's he telling them about this power play?
They want to get set up properly, get good spacing, get the ball movement happening quickly. Look into the posts if they open up, if the Greeks start to move around. Otherwise, light it up from the outside, high percentage. Use the time wisely.
1:26 left in the second quarter as Canada has taken its first timeout. After the timeout is completed, they will go down and set up in the offensive zone and have 20 seconds to go after the power play and try to pull themselves to within one. Jovanovic obviously pleased with the strategy he's put in, obviously pleased with the fact his team only trails by 2 goals. Goaltender Alex Thibault from Montreal moves the ball up to Poole. Feltham to Noah Miller. Down the wing, Kevin Graham, the lefty. Feltham, left side to Mitchell. Feltham, faking, goes to Mitchell. Fakes hard, passes to Feltham. Right side to Kevin Graham, moves down the wing. Canadians curling around the left side. Miller faking, faking, faking. Penalties over, pass to Mitchell. He shoots, he scores! Just as Anastasio Skitsas got to him, he held his composure and shot to the short side, and Canada pulls to within 4-3 with a minute to go in the second quarter.
Mitchell's got the pressure coming from his left side, but holds on to it well enough. He had Deligiannis out of position. Beats the guy to the short side. Well done.
It appeared that the goaltender Deligiannis expected that Skitsas was going to put Mitchell down and not allow him to shoot.
Yeah, I think he gave up on the ball a little bit too early.
Kevin Mitchell with his first goal tonight. And with that play, Greece has decided to switch goaltenders and go to their veteran, Georgios Repas, the 30-year-old, who's been on the national team since 1996. They've made the change. Apparently, Coach Alessandro Campagna has seen enough of Deligiannis, not happy with the 3 goals he surrendered thus far. 1 minute to go in the opening half. Greece 4, Canada 3. Matsis from Greece. To the left side to Hatzitheodorou. Cross pool, Aphrodakis. Hatzitheodorou. Back to Aphrodakis. Back to Hatzitheodorou. To Aphrodakis. Hatzitheodorou. Shoots. Well over the bar. Canada will go to the attack with 35 seconds left in the half. And 35 seconds on the shot clock. Alex Thibault telling his team to calm down. Mitchell into the center to Feltham. Gets it out. Thomas Marks. 20 seconds. And Jean Sayé driving in from the right wing makes a big error in drawing an offensive foul and allowing Greece to go to one last attack with 15 seconds left. Milanakis. Matsis looking for the center. Christos Aphrodakis check. Looks to shoot right away. Puts it in the hole. And now we'll draw a kick out as Thomas Marks is all over Mantos Bulgarakis. 2 seconds left. Shot way over the bar by number 8, Yorgos Toskas. And that brings us to the end of the first half. Greece leading Canada 4-3. Your thoughts, Peter, on that quarter?
Well, I thought the Canadians picked it up, showed a lot more energy. They were getting the ball in a little bit tighter to the net, did a better job that way, also did a better job on defense. I thought they're matching the Greeks right now.
The Greeks appeared to go to their power play and try to shoot very early.
Yeah, I don't know that that's warranted or not, but it's a tactic that some teams will take.
Well, with the score, Greece 4, Canada 3, we'll go to the halftime break and come back with our highlights.
And welcome back to Rogers Television coverage of FINA Men's Water Polo World League action. The score at halftime, Greece 4 and Canada 3. Jason Davidson here with you on Rogers Television. So glad again you could join us today. And as I said at the top of the telecast, I said Canada was going to be severely outmatched, but they are putting together a valiant effort this evening. And let's go upstairs to George and Peter for the first half highlights.
You're absolutely correct, Jason. And Peter, that's rather an unexpected turn of events for Canada.
Yeah, they've gotten their energy levels up, and they've managed to pull back into the game. I know the last time they played these guys, they were in it for about 3 quarters.
Well, that's good, and we're going to get a chance to go to the highlight package and see what happened in the first half.
The ball going to the center, the center forward, no support to the center defense, a goal against Canada. Again, same thing, no support from the Canadian defense. Here, Noah Miller shooting through the Greek goalkeeper. And again, a quick goal. Defense not helping the goalie there. Miller faking, catches the goaltender going the wrong way.
Nice goal by Kevin Mitchell there as well. And now we're going to get a chance to look at the opening half statistics. And Peter, what is it about these statistics that will prove better or worse for Canada in the second half?
I think you have to look at the number of power play opportunities that they get. They only have 2 opportunities right now. That means they're not creating a whole lot of offense right now. They have scored 1 of 2 goals. You see the Greeks have had 4 opportunities and are converting 75%. The Canadians got to do a better job on their power play defense.
Well, that certainly is a high percentage, and much higher that's been happening earlier in the week in play. And what do you expect in the second half quickly?
I think the Greeks have to pick their game up. I think they need to come out with a lot more energy.
Absolutely, and we hope we can keep it that way. And back down to Jason at poolside.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And yes, it will be interesting to see how Greece treats the opposition in the second half. Time to take a look at our next telecast here on Rogers Television, and that is Thursday, July the 21st at 9 p.m. Serbia-Montenegro versus Spain, to be repeated the morning after, midnight, 4 and 9 a.m. So there we go, coming up, the third quarter. Greece 4, Canada 3.
Welcome back to the University of Toronto pool, where Greece leads Canada 4-3 as we enter the third quarter of action. Canada on the attack after winning the swim-off. Noah Miller. Center pool to Ian Lark. Back to Miller. Nathaniel Miller trying to get position in the center forward position, but he's been pushed way out by defender Dimitrios Matsis, who punches him in the face and gets away with it as Hector Valcarce of Argentina decides to call Nathaniel Miller of Canada for an offensive foul. The Greeks on the right side. Manolos Milanakis into the middle to Matsis. Waiting for a center forward to get in there. Bulgarakis does that and sets against Kevin Graham. That could be a problem check for Canada. Mitchell guarding Milanakis, sees that Graham's back there, the rookie. Looks to go back and help. Nathaniel Miller blocking against Matsis. Ball into the hole. Bulgarakis, hard backhand, stopped by Thibault.
Great positioning by Thibault. Saw where his defender was, saw what the highest percentage shot was, right there on the spot. Great save.
Canada getting caught with an early mismatch covering the hole, but it worked out okay. Aaron Feltham on the left wing. Kevin Mitchell, marked by Milanakis, who's holding his suit, pulling him down, but no call. Into the middle to Ian Lark, who's also being held. Gets the ball back to Mitchell. 5 seconds on the clock. Shoots to the far side, weak shot, easily stopped by Repas. And Greece on the hard counter. Lead pass and a bad one. Ian Lark in great position steals the ball for Canada.
A little bit sloppy on the Greeks, by the Greeks there. Good heads up.
Lark up to Feltham. Feltham moving up the left wing. Looking around. Nathaniel Miller being fronted in the hole by Dimitrios Matsis, making it impossible to get the ball. Lark to the right side to Noah Miller. Matsis forcing Nathaniel Miller out to 7-8 meters. Lark, fouled by Milanakis. Noah Miller 5 seconds in the shot clock. Miller moves in. Lets it fly. Oh, great script shot off the goalpost. Repas takes the ball for Greece. Christos Aphrodakis, one of the two Aphrodakis brothers. His brother Yorgos, the captain, not in the water right now. Hatzi Theodorou fouled by Noah Miller. Up top to Matsis, fouled by Nathaniel Miller. Over to Christos Aphrodakis, marked by Kevin Mitchell. Hatzi Theodorou. Aphrodakis. Cross pool. Up top to Hatzi Theodorou, faking, shoots. Nice save by Alex Thibault, who deflects it out of bounds.
Canadians got to do a little bit better job keeping their center forwards rested while they're on defense, because Miller, when he's on offense, is dead tired.
Aphrodakis fouled by Mitchell. Moves it up pool to Hatzidoru, fouled by Noah Miller. Toscas, fouled by Graham. Nathaniel Miller all over Matsis, paying him back for some of the abuse he got at the other end. Hatzidoru, Toscas. Hatzidoru. Toscas into the hole. Nice play by Ian Lark to steal the ball. Canada will go to the attack. Thibault looking for the outlet. Finds Kevin Graham, who's got an advantage on the center forward Vulgarakis, who's caught out of the play 5 meters behind. Graham looking for the cross pool. Noah Miller to Ian Lark, and Vulgarakis gets back into position. Into the center to Nathaniel Miller, and finally he gets position and gets Matsis kicked out for 20 seconds. Canada to the power play. Graham. Noah Miller. Back to Graham. Up top to Aaron Feltham. Noah Miller. Faking. Up top to Feltham. Shoots and scores! Aaron Feltham! Great goal! And Canada has pulled into an unexpected 4-4 tie with Greece with 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Good ball movement, getting the ball over to Feltham. You can see he finds a spot low on a skip shot. Goalie a little bit lax getting across to get to that spot.
And Aaron Feltham, who scored 2 hat tricks in the preliminary rounds over in Europe, gets his first goal in the Toronto version of the semifinals. Gives them 7 for the tournament, and Greece will go to the attack. Perhaps a bit unnerved to be in a tie with Canada at this late stage in the game. Santa, fouled by Mitchell. To Hatzidoru, to Santa. Hatzidoru, big fakes. And Ian Lark gets kicked out from the hole. The quick pass to the center, and captain Georgios Aphrodakis quickly puts Greece back into the lead.
On the replay, you'll see quick pass in. There's a quick kick out. Pass goes quickly into the center forward position into Aphrodakis, and he finishes with authority. Puts the Greeks back up 5-4.
Excellent play there by the Greeks to open up the Canadian defense and get a clean pass into the center forward position. There it is. And no chance for goalie Alex Thibault. Canada back to the attack. Trailing 5-4. Aaron Feltham, a little bit lazy with the pass, gets his hand knocked, and Greece will go to the counterattack. Aphrodakis going down the right side, gives it deep. Hatzidoru back to Aphrodakis, quick shot, and goal off the far post. Thibault appeared to get a hand on it, but deflected it into the post and went across the cage and drifted into the net.
Some indecision on the part of Aaron Feltham on defense, wasn't committing to one person or another, created the opportunity for the Greeks, and the Greeks finished off that way. Here we go, the pass up to the top. Boom, right pass. There was no support in terms of pressure on the shooter.
Nice give and go from Christos Aphrodakis. And Hatzidoru to give the Greeks the lead again at 6-4 now. Noah Miller to Thomas Marks. Kevin Mitchell struggling against Hatzidoru. Mitchell looking for an outlet. Sees Marks. Back to Mitchell. Into the center to Stein. But Skitsas comes around and steals the ball and flips it back to Repas in the Greek cage. Hatzitidoru, a thorn in every team side that he plays. Santa into the center. Good position by Aphrodakis, gets Janse of Saint-Foy excluded, and the Greeks will go to the power play with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Santa, Aphrodakis, Christos, back to Hatzitidoru, to Santa, quick shot blocked on a nice block by rookie Brandon Young into the game for the first time. Theodoropoulos to Christos Aphrodakis, drops it. Penalty is over. Santa, long shot and scores! Stefanos Santa, after the penalty had just expired, puts the Greeks up by 3 goals, 7-4.
Canadians a little bit slow pressing out once the penalty was over. Santa taking advantage of that. Fake, boom. Bunnies, away it goes. You could see that Thibault was unable to get his arms closed. Great shot.
Through 2 Canadian blocks and a goalie. Got to be a lot of precision in that shot.
Well, they practice a lot. That's what they do.
Stefano Santa, known for his outstanding legs, meaning that he can get way out of the water, unleashes a howitzer. And the Greeks start pulling away. Thomas Marks. Canada has to get something going here. Noah Miller. Fouled by Aphrodakis. Dan Stein got position in the hole. They get the ball to him. And excellent, as Anastasios Skitsas will be kicked out, and Canada goes to the power play. Noah Miller walking in hard. Passes to Graham. Looking to the center. Back to Miller. Faking. Up top, Mitchell. To Graham. Looking to shoot. Noah Miller shoots and scores off the skip shot! Canada on the power play brings it to within 2, 7-5. Minute and 44 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Great leg shown by Miller here. He stays up nice and high. And then he skips the ball past the Greek defender. Goaltender going the wrong way. And once again, good shot. Goalkeeper leaning the wrong way. Miller seeing that and shooting away from him.
Noah Miller with the hat trick. The Regina native and captain of Canada's team, leading the way for his team, which now trails by only 2. Santa, marked by Mitchell. And Hector Valcase is going to kick out Nathaniel Miller, number 12 from Canada. That's his second major. Puts him in foul trouble. Players only get 3 in water polo. Greece to the power play. Santa, Aphrodakis, over to the left wing. Toscas to the right wing. Hatzitidoru moving closer to the net. Fakes, passes to Santa. Faking to Aphrodakis. To the left side, shot! And it's wide to the short side, and Canada will take over and go to the counterattack.
Good job forcing the shot from the far side, giving Greece only a wide angle shot.
1 minute to go in the third quarter. 7-5, Canada trails Greece. Greece in the blue hats to the left, Canada in the white hats to the right. Kevin Mitchell up to Aaron Feltham. Kevin Graham. And Hector Valcase is going to kick out Georgios Aphrodakis of Greece for holding Nathaniel Miller by the throat. Kevin Mitchell to Feltham. Walking into the post. Almost lost. Good play by Thomas Marks to knock it out to Mitchell. To Feltham. To Mitchell. The Greeks start to chase the ball. Kevin Graham is open. Ill-advised shot by Aaron Feltham through all the blocks. Kevin Graham, a lefty on the power side, wide open, didn't get the ball.
They need to move the ball around to a little bit more quickly so that that'll open up and they'll be able to get the ball into there.
12 seconds to go. Skitsas on the far right wing. Hatzitidoru, 8 seconds left. Looking for the center, lob pass. Thibault out of the net. Nice steal. Oh, the ball's rolling towards the net and saved by Thibault as Aphrodakis somehow, with his head under the water, got his hand on the ball and flipped it towards the cage. And at the end of the third quarter, Canada trails Greece 7-5. Peter, your thoughts?
Canada did a great job coming back to 4-all. Then they went into a lapse, made a few mental mistakes in a row, cost them. Down 7-5 now.
Well, they've got the work ahead of them. Fourth quarter coming up shortly. We'll take a break with Greece leading Canada 7-5 in World Water Polo League action from the University of Toronto. Welcome back to the University of Toronto pool and the semifinal action between Greece and Canada in the FINA World Water Polo League Championships. These championships, semifinal group here in Toronto, another one in Long Island and New York, and Peter, the top three from each group will be qualifying to go to the superfinal in Belgrade.
That's right, and if Greece wins this game, they will be number one in this group coming out. Canada has been eliminated mathematically, so they're fighting for some pride here. The last time they met in Europe, it was a similar situation going into the fourth quarter. Greece up by a couple. Canada kept it close, and in the last 4 minutes, it was bang, 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 a few goals by Greece, and it just put the Canadians out. So we're hoping that the Canadians put together a better effort here for the full 4 quarters.
Trying to avenge a 12-5 loss in the preliminary round as Jose Werner signals to the Greek team to go back into position. And the fourth quarter is underway with the swim-off. Thomas Marks of Canada wins the swim-off, passes to Vancouver teammate Kevin Mitchell, who goes back to Vancouver teammate Ian Lark. As Canada moves to the attack. Mitchell. Lark. Noah Miller. Fouled by Aphrodakis. Lark up top, being marked by Hatzi Teodoru. Kevin Mitchell, the leading scorer for Canada, moves in. Cross pool to Noah Miller, a hat trick tonight. Lets the shot go, blocked by Repes, but the rebound goes to Kevin Graham, left-hander coming in from the wing. Looks, shoots, and stuffed by goalie Yorgos Repes.
Great job by Rapas to take away the short side, force him into a low percentage play.
Greece back to the counterattack with Graham caught behind the play. Santa. Cross pool intercepted by Nathaniel Miller on a nice play, and Canada will go to the counterattack. And Noah Miller does a great job of driving and gets a kick out against Yorgos Aphrodakis, the Greek center forward and captain. And Canada goes to the power play. 14 seconds left on the power play as again, Jovanovic elects not to call a timeout. Nathaniel Miller up top. Walking in to Graham on the right wing. The lefty moves in to Miller. Penalty is over. Lark looking to shoot. Lobs it in. Tipped by Marks. Tipped again by Marks. And the ball turns over. Repas. You can see there that the ball gets tipped by Marks. He gets another chance, but a weak tip. And the Greeks go to the counterattack. Hatzi Teodoru on the left wing. Into the hold, Aphrodakis. Makes the turn to his backhand. Greece will call timeout as they gain the power play with the exclusion to number 2, Kevin Graham of Canada.
Yes, here's a difference where Jovanovic for Canada was holding on to his last timeout, didn't call it to try to close within 1. Now the Greek coach has called timeout, up by 2, wants to make sure that they score the third goal here to make Canada believe that they can't make it back in this game. A great call by the Greek coach.
Now, one of the reasons that coaches like to take timeouts on a play like Canada had where the penalty is drawn in their own end, their defensive end, is to kill the time so that they don't lose it while they swim up the pool, because it takes a long time to swim up the pool. You call timeout and get the full 20 seconds. Why didn't Dragan Jovanovic do this?
Quite honestly, I'm not 100% sure. I think at that point of the game, he needed to close within 1. I think he would have been advised to take that timeout to get 1 step closer. So what? You burn your timeouts, you're done. But you know what? Now you're in this position, you may be out of the game anyways.
You could have given your team a psychological lift by pulling to within 1.
For sure, that would have been huge for the Canadians, gotten the Canadian crowd behind them as well. So
Greece to the power play. Aphrodakis, Toskas to the left wing. Back to Toskas. Christos Aphrodakis. Hatzi Teodoru on the right side. Aphrodakis faking slowly. Up top to Toskas. Shoots right away and scores. Great shot by Toskas, and Greece opens up a 3-goal lead with 5 minutes and 52 seconds left. 8-5.
good ball movement and a quick shot by Toskas is what fools the goalkeeper and the defense. Doesn't give him a chance to get a good block up. And you get the hezzy fake, just a little bit of a hitch. It freezes everybody.
Wonderful shot, the way he was able to hesitate right in the middle of the shot and then finish it. As Yorgos Toskas gets his first goal tonight, and Greece out to an 8-5 lead. Canada needing to get back into it with a goal. Noah Miller Pressed by Toscas. Marks to Feltham. Grabbed in the head. Looking for somebody to pass to. Gets Marks. Gets the return. Feltham nailed hard in the back of the head by Hatzi Teodoru. And he's not happy about it. And lets Hatzi Teodoru know that. And there may be something brewing later. Christos Aphrodakis up the right side for the Greeks. Marked by Mitchell. Pace is slowed. Foul on the left wing. Jean Seye making the foul. Matsis. Hatzi Teodoru. Matsis. Theodoropoulos, who's come into the game for the Greeks. Matsis. Marked by Nathaniel Miller into the hole. And holding on to the ball in the center was Yorgos Aphrodakis, and Thomas Marks was able to take it away from him. The Canadians come on the counterattack. Aphrodakis caught 3 meters behind the play as Mitchell moves up the pool quickly. Jean Seye, the lefty, on position on the right wing. Mitchell pulls up. To the wing to Feltham. Back to Mitchell. Nathaniel Miller has good position in the hole against Matsis. They got to get him the ball. Marks. 5 seconds in the shot clock. Seye tosses it away in order they can come back on defense.
Canada had the opportunity to go to the center forward position there and didn't take advantage of it.
Seye out to press the wing. Theodoropoulos. Into the middle to Hatzi Teodoru. To Matsis. Marked by Nathaniel Miller. Up top to Hatzi Teodoru. And there'll be an exclusion against Thomas Marks of Canada, fighting with Aphrodakis in the hole and going in to score! Agiris Theodoropoulos, and the Greeks go up by 4.
I think that's the third or fourth time that the Greeks have shot very, very quickly on their power play and been successful. Canadians aren't adapting to that very well. Here again, Theodoropoulos going high and across. Nice shot, places up in the top corner. Great placement. Didn't look like it was the hardest shot, but it was right in the right spot.
He had just come into the game on the last goal, getting his second goal. And the Greeks pulling out to a 9-5 lead with just under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Canada trailing with the ball. Ian Lark. Over to Noah Miller on the right side. Marked by Toscas. To Lark. Fouled by Theodoropoulos. To Feltham. Milanakis holds him and fouls him. Into the center. Dan Stein's got a possibility, but he gets turned over. Referee Jose Werner of Brazil making the decision that he had leaned on top of defender Dimitrios Matsis, and he turned the ball over. Greece to the attack. Milanakis down the right wing. Marked by Feltham. Into the center. Theodoropoulos. Matsis. Theodoropoulos. Matsis. Lets it go. Skip shot. Nice save by Ox Thibault, who read the skip shot perfectly. Ian Lark urging his teammates to get going. With 3 minutes left in the game, they trail by 4. Captain Noah Miller on the right side from Regina. Into the middle. Ian Lark fakes the pass. 10 seconds in the shot clock. Aaron Feltham fouled by Milanakis on the left wing. Dan Stein got position in the hole. They get it to him. Works hard. Gets a minor foul. 1 second on the shot clock, and Stein throws it away.
It's a bad call by the ref. Ref should have just let that play. Give Stein the opportunity to score.
2:30 left. Marius Hatzikyriakakis. Not been in the game since early on. The 21-year-old rookie now getting some time. Ian Lark will be excluded for holding the Greek center forward, Vulgarakis, in the center. Hatzikyriakakis into the post, out again to the wing. Milanakis faking, goes cross pool. Theodoropoulos up top, Toscas shoots and scores! Same position he scored last time.
Again, great ball movement on the power play by the Greeks. I think you'll see at the stats at the end of the game, that was the difference, is the power play. Number of opportunities, and conversions. There we go, Toscas with a nice fluid motion through the defense. There's that corridor, just past the goalie, in it goes.
Alex Thibault getting his hands up in vain as the shot went into the top right corner. Yorgos Toscas with his second goal tonight. Aaron Feltham. 2 minutes to go. Canada trailing 10-5. Kevin Mitchell. Back up top to Feltham. In the middle to Nathaniel Miller, who gets it to the hole, too high on the pass, tipped away by Matsis, and Greece will go to the counterattack. Up by 5 goals. Milanakis collects the ball on the right wing. Moves down, pressed by Feltham. Matsis in the middle. Toscas into the center forward position. And Alex Thibault had come out and stolen the ball, but Jose Werner and Hector Valcarce tossed out Nathaniel Miller for his third major, and a great shot and goal by the rookie, Marius Hatzikidiakakis, with his second goal in the World Water Polo League.
That was nice shot by Hatzikidiakakis. If you look at it, again, another quick one on the power play. The Canadian defense wasn't doing its job, wasn't supporting Alexander Thibault. Here it comes, one pass. The blocks are pretty lethargic. Thibault's hands slow to react to it.
Canada down by 6 now, 11-5. Minute and 15 seconds left to go in the game. Sae fouled by Theodoropoulos. Feltham into the center to Stein. Crash by Theodoropoulos and a steal. Back to the goalie, Repas. 1 minute to go in the game. Hatzikidiakakis on the right wing. Sends it further down the right wing to Milanakis. Pressed by Feltham. Back to Hatzikidiakakis, looking for an outlet. Gets Matsis in the middle. To the other side, to Theodoropoulos. Matsis up top. Looking to shoot. Goes to Theodoropoulos, who drops it with 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Matsis looking to shoot. Lets it fly. Way wide on the right side. Canada will get the ball back with 30 seconds left. Thibault looking to his coach and calls timeout. Canada taking its second timeout of the game. 27 seconds to go. Dragan Jovanovic walking up to talk to his troops. What's he telling them, Peter?
He wants to finish with a good scoring opportunity here. He wants to get the power play set up. He wants to have good ball movement, ball going into the post, hard fakes, find a lane that is open and take the shot. They want to finish on a very positive note by scoring a goal here. Call it a moral victory.
Hector Valcarce overlooking the play, waiting for the timeout period to expire, when he'll signal the players to move into position. The Greeks have come from a position of being 4-4 at one point in the game and exploding for a 6-goal lead.
Yeah, remember we were at 7-5 and we had the chance for that timeout. Didn't call it. We're using it now at a non-important point in the game. Saved it for nothing. You want to call it the Rogers turning point.
And here we go with the last 27 seconds. Aaron Feltham to Noah Miller. Canada on the power play. Kevin Mitchell to Feltham to Mitchell. The Greeks are charging hard. Graham pulling the ball away from his defender. Noah Miller to Feltham. Looking around, goes to Graham. To Miller. To penalties over. Feltham goes to the post. Sae and stuffed by the veteran Repas in the Greek goal. As the horn goes to end the game. Canada losing to Greece 11-5 in a hard-fought contest in the Men's World Water Polo League semifinal match here at the University of Toronto. Peter, what happened in the fourth quarter?
Fourth quarter, Greeks got up by that third goal, and they just kept going and going and going. And I think you just saw the Canadian team sag, and boom, 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 a few goals in a row right there. Greece took it to them. The better team won on the day. I think the Canadians gave a valiant effort. Again, they just seemed to run out of gas once they were down to 3.
And we'll be taking a break and coming back for our final thoughts as Greece wins over Canada 11-5 in the FINA World Water Polo League semifinal match here at the University of Toronto.
And welcome back to FINA Water Polo Men's World League semifinal round robin action. And there you see it, the final score, Greece 11 and Canada 5. Canada put together a valiant effort this evening, getting it close at halftime. But in the end, Greece turned out to be the stronger team. With their final thoughts on tonight's game, George Gross Jr. and Peter Lonis.
And Peter, you thought that the key turning point came in something that Canada did not do.
Yeah, they didn't call, the coach, Jovanovic, did not call a timeout when they were down 7-5. A key point. Had they scored that goal, had they scored and been down 7-6, it would have been a totally different game.
And looking at the game, we're going to get a look at the highlights now.
Here we go. The Greeks on their power play, quick passes, quick shots, eluding the Canadian defense and the Canadian keeper. Time after time, I think when we look at the stats, we'll see that that was a big part of the game here. Nice shot, nice fluid shot. And again, quick shots coming up from the Greeks.
And as far as the stats go in the power play situation, it appears that one of the key things was the conversion rate of the Greeks.
Yeah, I think and when we look at the stats, we will see that the Greeks had 11 opportunities and converted 7, so it's over 70%. The Canadians only 7 opportunities and they were less than 50%. Take that difference away, there's 4 goals. A different game if the Canadians convert or they stop the Greeks.
And it appeared that the Canadians had a few shots in Greece having 9 saves there.
Yeah, Canada had their opportunities and took advantage of them.
We're looking at the standings now. We see that Greece has climbed to the top with 10 points.
They are now through to the finals. Guaranteed first from this group. Canada has been eliminated. Serbia, Montenegro, Spain, and Germany are still fighting and battling out for the last 2 positions.
It's going to make some important matchups coming up. And when we look at the standings of the semifinal group in Long Island. We see that Italy is leading the way and Hungary is up top as well. What can we look for in those teams playing down there?
Well, I think you're going to see some significant battles there. These are the top teams in the world that are playing, and they're not going to give anything. This means an awful lot to them in preparation for the World Championships.
Yes, all 10 teams from the semifinals are going to Montreal next month for the World Championships. With the wrap-up now, coming up is Jason. Peter, I want to thank you for being with us, for all your commentary.
Thank you,
Jason, back to you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. George, great job in the play-by-play, and Peter on the color commentary, bang-on job this evening. So there you have it, Greece standing atop in this semifinal round-robin tournament, and we're going to take a look at the next two final telecasts here on Rogers Television of this water polo tournament. July the 21st, Serbia-Montenegro versus Spain at 9 p.m. And oh boy, what a way to close things out on July 22nd at 9 p.m. A must-win for Germany as they take on Canada. The games, of course, repeated the morning after, starting at midnight and then 4 a.m. And that's going to do it for this evening. For Peter, George upstairs, the entire Rogers Television crew, producer Jeremy Milani, I'm Jason Davidson. Once again, the final score, Greece 11, Canada 5. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.